chair.
Yeah, you're in my chair.
I don't like this. Are we on the right show?
I don't know. I know we're not on the right show. That's for sure.
Because we're in baseball preview time?
It's about baseball time.
Is it baseball season time?
Getting baseball time.
Hey guys, welcome to Special Edition. Special Edition!
Quadish channel.
Quadish channel. Special Edition. The 2012.
You're not going to introduce your host or your guests?
I'm getting there.
God damn, bro. 2010?
2012. 2013.
Jeez,
whatever year
so
we're
fucking
in.
year.
2013. Baseball preview. Alongside my host, Jman. I'm Quaddy.
Glad to be joining you, sir.
He's from the Pro Wrestling Pulse.
You're not?
I fill in.
Oh, he's filling. Okay, Robert.
Nobody likes me.
Fill in.
But we're gonna go down all the divisions, wild cards, MVP, Cy Youngs. We'll tell you what we think. If you don't like it, there's always that stop button, probably right here. You can stop it and go on with your life, or you can go suck a dick.
Either one.
Does that clarify everything?
That's good to go.
Okay, we're gonna start with the Central in the AL. I'm picking the Tigers. They have Victor Martinez coming back. They have Torrey Hunter. Just that lineup with Brent Fielder and Cabrera. Austin Jackson at the top. The thing that scares me about that team is they really don't have a closer. Because Valverde's gone.
He's garbage. He's gone?
Yeah,
Thank God, because he's garbage.
He's a free agent. He wants to pitch, but nobody really wants him because of, like Jman said, he's garbage. So I got the Tigers in the Central.
Yeah, I'm following right behind them with the Tigers as well. Obviously following up on their World Series performance, that was garbage. Probably the worst World Series I've ever seen in my life. After the stuff, after what our Cardinals have done, I mean, it's just you can't top that kind of shit. But it was just, oh my god, I like the worst ratings. Some of the worst boring ass fucking games. It's when it's on the bottom scale of baseball games, it kind of just can be, good lord, just garbage. But Tigers following up obviously on their World Series performance, and I'm gonna be picking them here. Like you said, you got one of the best pitchers in the world, the best player in the world in my opinion, Miguel Cabrera. We'll get to him in the end here when we talk about MVPs. Like you said, Austin Jackson's one of my favorite players in the world, because kind of like that all-around kind of guy, great fielding, hitting. Can steal bases. He's a great tool. They also got Torrey Hunter as well.
Yeah, for right field.
So, I mean, and he's always been a great add to any team. So, there's a lot of tools here that are going to be working yet again. And like I said, the rotation's good. I think losing Valverde, putting anybody in there besides Valverde, you're in a hell of a lot better shape than you were with him in there, because he's just fucking garbage. Those little fucking showboating bullshit he does, he's fucking trash. I'm going with the Tigers in the Central.
But one thing that most people don't realize is Cabrera and Fielder last year played 162 games.
Yeah.
So that just shows.
There's a lot of interesting little facets also to the other parts of the Central. You got like Francona coming in and being with the Indians now. You got a lot of interesting different facets.
You got a couple. You got like the Royals went out and got Jim Shields and all that, and little tidbits. But you can't really knock down the Tigers because they're so far ahead.
Yeah.
But the thing that scares me, I'll say this about any team, is if the team falls, like if they start, like the Yankees, we'll talk about them next, but health is a major thing in baseball. Because if you can't throw the ball over the plate or you can't hit the ball, you're not going to do anything. Yeah. So,
it's kind of like to the point, like if you had all the other teams in any other division, they'd be sort of up there contending, but when the Tigers are just so far up on top, it's like you just can't even catch them. But yeah, definitely a good pick for the Central.
We'll go down the AL East. I'm picking surprise. It's going to be one of my surprise teams. Actually, it's probably not, because a lot of people are jumping that bandwagon.
Yeah, they're jumping the bandwagon now.
The Blue Jays. You got R.A. Dickey. And another thing that most people kind of like overlooked is they also got R.A. Dickey's catcher in that deal.
Did they really?
Yeah, because if you think about it, catching knuckleball is very difficult.
Yep.
And then if you bring a guy that was with him all season before and a couple seasons before that.
Smart move.
And then you got Jose Reyes, Melky Cabrera, Josh Johnson, and Mark DeRosa. Hey, Mark DeRosa!
That's the key right there.
Right there, that motherfucker's gonna...
That is the key.
I don't even know if he's gonna make the team, but it's still funnier than fuck.
Yeah, it's an ad. That's true. Like Quaddy said, a lot of people jumping on the Blue Jays bandwagon. I'm not. We were there a long time ago. We knew the talent that the Blue Jays had. They had a good rotation. Now adding in Josh Johnson, who had a bad year last year.
And you have Jose Bautista and Edwin Encarnacion still there.
Exactly, they're still there. So I mean, you have a lot of they losing Lowry obviously was kind of a big deal, but
Lowry didn't
I thought he went to the. I thought we were talking about he went to.
No, that's in Houston. The one you're thinking about was from Houston.
Oh, is it Jeb and Jed?
Yeah,
two fucking different. Now I was thinking the one from Blue Jays. Well, that would have sucked because he's that.
That's their third.
Which one's in Blue for the Toronto?
Is it Brett Lowry?
Brett, that's it. I was thinking the other one that left that he went to. Jeb.
Brett Lowry's Canadian boy. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere, and he's good and a young talent that obviously works well with that. Getting my shit completely mixed there. But yeah, I think the biggest thing about this whole entire division is just the downfall of the Empire, being the Yankees. I still have them in a key part of this in the playoff mix here, but we're so used to them not only contending but just dominating that division with a lot of great teams. Obviously, in the past, with the Red Sox being outstanding, the the Rays coming up for the past couple of years, the young team they've had, and now the Blue Jays looking pretty powerful with the lineup and the stuff they got going on over the past couple of years. So. The key adds, I think, Jose Reyes has been kind of one of those guys that's starting to get controversial with the stuff that's been going on with him. I think, if he just shuts the hell up, doesn't worry about the outside shit, and just plays ball, he's fine. I mean, he's a great ad in the stuff. I mean, the fucking batting champion 2 years ago, I think. So I mean, he's a great add to a team, but he just needs to get the outside bullshit out of the way, because that's just stuff that it pisses me off. If I was a coach or in a managerial position of a team, I wouldn't want selfish kind of people like that. I want people to focus on the fucking team, which is the most important thing. So yeah, great ads here. The rotation looking solid. If they could get Romero on track, who is kind of struggling over the past end of the last year. If they get him on track, Josh Johnson, who struggled last year. And Burley. And I love Mark Burley. He's a St. Charles boy, very near and dear and close to us. So, and always a great add to a team. I think, like I said, the whole shit with the Marlins last year is just kind of a debacle, and trying to make that like a fucking dream team, like you're trying to make their own version.
The Heat.
Own version of the Heat, and it just fucking shit all over themselves. So just a terrible shit that went on there. But the Blue Jays should be a very interesting team to look at this year, and something to keep a close eye at. But we're both going with the Blue Jays in the East.
Blue Jays, and then like Jman said about the Yankees, and then also the Red Sox kind of just fell to the face of the earth because they had all that power, and then they had pitchers.
Controversy again, calls and
it's Terry Francona. Supposedly it was all about him, and then how he just let people drink beer during game. Go ahead, eat your fried chicken and beer. It's just, I think managers play a key point in a lot of these teams, and then, one thing I forgot to add at the beginning. If you realize, this is the only show I've ever actually
got notes
taking notes. It took me an hour to do all this.
Yeah.
So you better watch this whole thing. But
better recognize.
Yeah, like I said, health is the only thing that's questionable with this team, because you have all the star players. If Jose Bautista can hit like he had, you have Encarnacion can hit like he has. Then you have Colby Rasmus on the team. That's another one I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, he came out for like about a 2-month period and just
he got dreadlocks.
Hit like a fucking monster for like 3 months there. Had to add him on the fantasy team.
Our number one fans from the Pro Wrestling Pulse is actually messaging me about something.
Who is that?
Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth Gorman is messaging you on there.
I'm not going to.
You talking about her Facebook page? Our Facebook page? Somebody's Facebook page. I don't know.
We'll keep going. We'll talk about that another time. But AL West. I hate to do this, but I have to go with the Angels. Even though Pujols' first game's here in the next couple days or today or something, you have Hamilton signed, big sign. You have fucking Mike Trout for a whole year. You have Joe Blanton. Those three can pretty much break this division. They got a new team in the division, the Astros. They moved in from the Central. Because if you have an outfield of Hamilton, Trout, and is Vernon Wells still there?
Maybe.
Yeah, he is, because he's going to retire next year. Yeah, that is right. But outfield of that, and you have Pujols in the infield holding that down, and you have Trombone. Doing something.
Kendricks. You can find a way in there.
Ibar.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of players that really would overlook because of Hamilton, Pujols, and Trout. So that team should be very interesting.
Yeah, we're not copying each other here. I'm going with the Angels as well. It's just turning into that fucking West version of the Yankees. I mean, where they just go out and sign just fucking billions of dollars. They just go out there and get
C.J. Wilson, that was the pitcher.
Yeah, the pitching rotation they got. Obviously, losing Herron is a huge loss. Santana's a huge loss, but they still got C.J. Wilson, straight edge racer. Yeah, I mean, if you have a lineup that has Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, and Mike Trout in it, how can't you pick that fucking team? I mean, I know Pujols didn't play to the amazing standards that we're used to seeing Albert play with the whole transition. I think getting a year under his belt and out in LA, and the difference that he was out there playing, obviously from playing with the Cardinals and everything for his entire career, and changing it up and having to do all that kind of shit. I think getting that year under his belt, getting situated there is going to be a big, just big key to that. And then Hamilton's still one of the best players in the world, one of the best power hitters. And he's just adding that to the element of that lineup that already was there. I mean, is huge. And I mean, I can't say enough about Mike Trout. He is what a baseball player should be. That's just a new age baseball player. You look at it kind of like a Bryce Harper that same way, but Mike Trout's got something a little bit more special, and he's going to be winning MVPs and shit for the rest of his fucking life. And down the road, if Miguel Cabrera wasn't in his league, that he would be probably my pick for MVP right now. But he's tremendous in everything that he could do. So yeah, with all those elements, you got to go with the Angels.
If Miguel Cabrera wasn't in his prime, also.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, exactly.
If he wasn't in his league, yeah. But so now we're gonna do the 2 wild cards. I'm gonna pick the Rays, even though they lost Upton. They just that rotations stack. They have my favorite player. I know it's crazy to say one of my favorite players in the game, Ben Zobrist.
There it is.
Just because that motherfucker can play any position.
Swiss Army knife.
Yep. And he's actually a switcher too.
There it is. Swiss Army knife. You got everything.
They got rid of Shields. They got rid of who else was that deal?
That's all you, dude. I have no fucking idea. Shields is huge.
Motherfucker.
He'll remember it eventually.
He'll piss me off. But they got Will Myers, outfielder from the Royals. Dude's a fucking monster. Then you have David Price, Matt Morris still in your rotation. Then you have fucking Francisco Rodney at the fucking end. Dude had a below 1 ERA last year. Tell me you cannot hit that shit. So I picked the Rays for my first wild card.
Yeah, I'm going Rays as well as first wild card. We can't stop copying each other, but it's the way it is. And Rays have for the last couple of years have been one of my favorite teams. I love the youth of that team, but I mean losing a guy like Shields is a huge loss. Matt Shields is, I think, a really underrated pitcher in the league. I think he's outstanding. James Shields. Who did I say?
Matt Shields.
Matt Shields. I'm making new players up. Combination Matt Moore and James Shields. But yeah, having more there, getting more experience.
Wade Davis.
There it is.
Boom.
There it is. I had to remember it. Was he the guy that hit that home run in that last game of the fucking? Remember that Red Sox game that the Rays played, and that dude hit like that home run out to right field?
Wade Davis is a pitcher.
Is he?
Yeah, because they got rid of 2 starters.
God damn, I sound like a complete retard right now. Something Davis hit a home run in that Rays game, and I can't think of who the fuck it was. But anyway,
I don't know. You're thinking of Evan Longoria, who's also a key player.
Well, he hit one too, but there was a guy who I think it came down from 3 or 4 or something like that. But
it was like a nobody.
It was like a nobody, and then
good.
Well, he'll think of it eventually. But yeah, all the tools they already got. Obviously, losing B.J. Upton is a huge loss. Both the Upton brothers are 2 of my favorites. That fucking Atlanta outfield is just amazing, and we'll probably end up talking about that in the long run. But yeah, I mean, you still have the keys. Obviously, David Price, one of the best pitchers in the world, obviously winning the Cy Young last year was huge. And yeah, I think the youth that's still on that team and the people like the Zobrist and all those kind of guys that really contribute and make that a team, not individuals. They make it a team. So that's what I really think the Rays could make this wild card spot.
It's gonna bother me.
You'll think of it maybe.
The other wild card, I picked the A's, the Bernie Lenin A's. They got Chris Young and then they got Jed Lowry, whatever.
We'll figure one of the Lowrys.
Their pitching is fucking just crazy. Thing that scares me about the A's is first, they're a young team, they're younger. Second, they're putting all their eggs in a basket for some Japanese shortstop. I'm not going to say his name because I'll butcher the shit out of it. But if you think about the other Japanese players, the only ones that really did anything was Ichiro. Because Daisuke is a fucking minor league free agent with the Indians, which is kind of nothing. And then you have
Matsui,
he just retired.
Yeah. He was alright for a couple years stretch, but yeah, nobody
with the Yankees. Nobody can top it. Ichiro. He's almost 3,000 hits and fucking just in the major leagues.
Yeah.
No, not knowing what he did over there because the stats don't move over. But picking the A's to win the other one.
Yeah, it's a good pick. This is one where we finally differ. I'm going with the Yankees in the other wild card spot. It's just I just can't see a way where they can't make the playoffs. It's just I understand all the problems they have getting Granderson's injury. Jeter coming back from injury, A-Rod's stuff going on, Swisher hurt.
Swisher's
gone. So
he's with the Indians.
He was hurt too, wasn't he? Was he gone?
He's with the Indians.
Holy shit, I didn't know that. God damn, I need to do some more research when I do this shit.
That's why I picked you to be on my show.
Yeah, sound like a complete tard.
I sound like a genius for once.
Yeah. I just need to watch anything. Stop watching NFL Network or something. But yeah, I just can't see a way where they can't make the fucking playoffs. I don't know what it is. They find a way through anything. I mean, they still got CC. They still got some great pitching. So, I mean...
they got...
Mariano coming back.
Yep.
So, I mean, you have the best pitcher of all, or the best closer of all time.
Brett Gardner.
Yep, Gardner. So, I mean, and Robinson Cano, one of the best players in the fucking world.
You got
still.
Ichiro and Wright.
Ichiro. So, I mean, and you're going to have these guys come back. Granderson will be coming back. A-Rod will probably end up coming back. You got Jeter coming back in. So, I mean, there's just, I don't know. There's not a way the Yankees can't not be in the playoffs. It's just it's just something, like, I don't want it to happen. I'd rather see a team like the A's. I'd rather see, like a fucking Orioles get back in the playoffs or something like that. I'd rather see that, but it's just, there's no way the Yankees don't make it in the playoffs. It's just, it's not baseball with them not in the fucking playoffs. It's just insane to say that, but it is.
It's sad to say that baseball is really wrapped around what's going on in New York and Boston, like the major cities, because... Like, if you ever watch, like, a Fox Saturday game, it's usually either the Yankees team, a Boston team, or a Los Angeles team.
Yep.
You rarely see, like, a Baltimore on there or a fucking Tampa Bay team on there. But that's the division winners in our eyes. We're going to go with the MVP and Cy Young, and we'll go on to the National League. My MVP is Cabrera. Can't stop him. Triple Crown winner last year. Just a fucking monster. And, you like, most teams have that one-star batter that you can really kind of picture out. When you have Cabrera, Hunter, and Fielder and Victor Martinez in the same lineup, good luck.
Yeah, it's Cabrera. He's the best player in the world. Has been for the last couple of years now. He just has this, the aspect of his fucking demeanor is just like he has to go out there and be the best. And he everything he does, I mean, it goes without saying, a guy in this era winning the fucking Triple Crown is absolutely fucking amazing. I mean, that's just it. I mean, since... And Yastrzemski won it back in like 60 fucking something. Fucking, I don't know, 63 or some shit. Back in the 60s. I mean, 40 fucking years it's been since somebody's done that. People have come close, but nobody's ever done it.
63, 64.
63, 64, that's what I thought too. So, I mean, having him do that, I mean, how could you not say he's not the best player in the world? I mean, he just has this, when he gets up there, he's kind of like what almost like, Pujols was a couple years ago, where he went up there in clutch situations that you knew he was going to deliver. And that's what he does now. And he's that guy that just delivers in the clutch, delivers when you need him, and delivers consistency. I mean, the average home runs, RBIs, on-base percentage, everything he does, fielding, I mean, switching over to fucking third was a huge transition for him. So, obviously playing the pass, going back to where he was, coming back again. I mean, huge transition, but I mean, he makes it work, and he's the best player in the world. Best in the world.
I hate to say this, but CM Punk and Miguel Cabrera are pretty much at the top of their games.
That's a random comparison, but yeah, I would never compare Miguel Cabrera and CM Punk.
But if you think about it, because Cabrera will go out there 162 games, fucking all spring training, World Baseball. I don't think, is he in WBC this year? He may be.
He might be, yeah.
I think he's in WBC. He'll play all games. He'll be in spring training most of the
time. But you know what's funny? He doesn't even seem like he's trying hard. He's like basically like he's just like, whatever. But here's a Triple Crown. Whatever.
But if you, like I said, if you think about it, he goes out there day in, day out and plays. CM Punk does that. When he was title holder, I don't compare baseball and wrestling often, but he goes out there, all the house shows, everything, and fucking 110%. Yep. Even though you kind of just shit on Cabrera, so he doesn't really try.
Well, it's not that he makes it look easy. That's what he does. He makes it look easy.
Cy Young is also from the Tigers. It's Verlander. Fucking bitch is a monster. Just a fucking... When you're fastball and you're perfect... What, he throw a perfect game or no hitter last?
Did he throw a perfect game?
I think it was... Okay, last no hitter. Whenever that was. Fastball, ninth inning, hit 100 miles an hour. Yeah. Good luck. When your arm's that strong, you can continue doing that in the ninth inning. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm going Verlander as well. It's hard to pick these. I mean, MVPs can kind of stick out a little bit more than Cy Young's, because you could have a guy that just comes out of nowhere and wins it. Obviously, you got David Price still there who could have a shot at it. You got some new people coming in and into the league and everything and stuff like that. So I mean, there's people that can come up and have some just freak year and just over exceed people that you normally think, like the Verlanders and those kind of guys. But until that happens, I'm gonna stick with Justin Verlander. Like he said, he just has this where he keeps fucking progressing through the game. I mean, he'll start with like a 93, 94 mile fastball. In the middle of the game, it'll be up like 96 or something like that. And by the end of the game, he's throwing fucking 101 or something.
Jeez.
Just fucking asinine. You don't see that. You see guys wear down and throw like 1-1 in the beginning, then it slowly fades off. He's backwards, and his whole entire everything's backwards about him. He's from a different fucking planet, and the shit he could do, and the breaking ball he's got, and the team that's behind him, the bullpen, everything. So I mean, yeah, I'm going with Justin Verlander.
And it's kind of hard to go against a guy that whenever he pitches, he really doesn't show very much. Like most guys will like start jawing. He really seems like he's there just to fucking pitch.
And he's one of those guys where like, you know, obviously we just focus on the Cardinals as much as we possibly can, but he's one of those guys, if I'm sitting on a Saturday afternoon or whatever, and it's, you know, Detroit and, you know, Chicago or something, and Verlander's pitching, I'm going to sit and watch, because he's one of those kind of pitchers that you want to watch him pitch, because he's just, it's just like fucking magic. I mean, it's just so fun to watch him fucking play. It's like how people wanted to watch Nolan Ryan pitch, or, you know, watch Randy Johnson pitch, or watch all these kind of guys that are just, you know, iconic figures in the pitching world. You just want to watch them pitch because they're just the best at what they do, and you want to see them, you know, do their work.
He's like Jman just said perfectly. He's the Nolan Ryan of the era, because you don't know when he'll go out there and throw a no-hitter or a perfect game. So.
It can happen anytime.
But we're switching over to the stuff we may know a little more about.
That's for sure on my side.
National League. I'm going to start off with NL Central. You can't go against your home team. I don't care, unless you're from Chicago. No hate in Chicago, but you cannot go against your home team. I'm picking the Cardinals to win this. Even though we lost Berkman and Loesch, two big guys, we got Ty Wigginton, and most people just overlook that of Ty Wigginton being burnt down guy. He's a power. Put that in quotes, because he's really not. But he's a bat off the bench. He's a veteran player. He's a guy that can play multiple positions. We also lost Skip Schumacher. We're going to try Carpenter there. Little things. We lost Chris Carpenter. That may kill us, because I don't think we have the balls enough to go sign somebody. And we're just going to go with the rotation that we had last year: Wainwright, Lynn, Kelly, Garcia, and whoever they have in the fifth spot. The way they were coming in this year, we're going to have fucking just stacked minor league pitching rotation. But that's what I'm glad the Cardinals got, all these minor league guys. We didn't try to go trade them last year for somebody. Also, that shortstop position is another killer. But yeah.
Like Quaddy said, it's impossible to go against my home team. Unfortunately, I'm a realist. I hate doing this, but I'm gonna pick the Reds. I saw something in them last year that seemed like they're gonna start on this kind of roll where they could get back and start to really dominate this division, which fucking sucks. And just the way that the way that we kind of fell off and like tapered off from the greatness that we had and what we accomplished in a World Series run and everything, and then losing Pujols, and then all of a sudden having to where Carpenter gets hurt and all these kind of things that start to taper off, and we're like, fuck. And it just kind of senses. I mean, we're still going to be up there. I guarantee you that. I can tell you that for sure. There's anybody outside of the Reds that are going to win this division, it's going to be the Cardinals. But I just think the Reds have everything really going for them right now. Just Aroldis Chapman is just unbelievable. I mean, I hate the fucking anybody in the fucking division outside the Cardinals, but he is just like Verlander. I enjoy the hell out of watching him pitch, because of a guy who could throw 105 or plus mile an hour fastball, you're going to want to sit and watch that. Now he's got a great slider to go along with that, making people fucking... Oh my God, just people's dicks are falling off. It's just so embarrassing to see some of these people make swing and knees are buckling and ankles are breaking. I mean, people are looking like idiots. But obviously you got the Vottos and the Jay Bruces and all those kind of team. They have a really power-stacked lineup, but, a lot of them are pieces of shit. Like fucking, God damn, I can't think
Brandon
of it.
Phillips.
God, fucking cocksucker. God, I fucking hate him.
But Joey Cueto?
Yeah, Cueto's a piece of shit too. But yeah, it just looks like this is probably going to be their year to take this division. But on the Cardinals side, like Quaddy said,
we'll get some more to do.
Losing Chris Carpenter is huge. He's my favorite player in the fucking world, my favorite Cardinal of all time. He is such a key to helping out everybody else in that pitching staff and bringing up the young guys and still being a key contributor to that team and helping everything out, and what he's done for Wainwright's career and everybody, and he's so huge, and he is the most selfless person. He is so for the team. Any team he's a part of, he's so for that team and helping everybody out that he can. He said he might be able to somehow come back later in the season, but it really looks like this could be a sign of maybe the end of Chris Carpenter's career. If it is, he's had a great one. In my opinion, one of the top playoff performance pitchers of all time. His performances are amazing, and that's what we're really going to be missing here. like Quaddy alluded to as well, the shortstop position is a huge key right now for Call. I don't think we realize how important for Call was and what he's done over the past couple of years now. He's been huge with that leadoff position, the amazing fielding that he provides, which we did not have for numerous years since probably fucking, Eckstein or Renteria was there. We haven't seen, the fielding that for Call has produced. We obviously lost Skip Schumacher, not really too big. We didn't really focus on him that much anymore. But I think the key could be these young guys coming up. The young pitching that we have is huge. I mean, you got the Shelby Millers, you got the Trevor Rosenthal, who I think can be a huge part of this team. I think what he showed last year in playoffs was huge. I think if we would have kept guys like the Loesch's and had Carpenter not get hurt and had the Wainwrights and had all those the Jaime Garcias and the Westbrooks in there and all that kind of shit, I think he could have been a key in that bullpen if we end up using him there. If he comes up on the starting rotation, could have been huge. Because in my personal opinion, I think Jason Mott's a little bit overrated, but he's like a fucking one-trick pony. But he's still got obviously the keys, the holidays. Alan Craig, who is still, in my opinion, the most underrated player in the fucking world. I mean, people don't know how important he is to this team. And obviously the David Freeses, the poster boys, the John Cena's of our team. And yeah, you got the Scalzos, who's the Swiss Army knife, Beltran, who's huge as well. So I mean, there's still keys here.
You still missed one key point in this team.
I'm totally forgetting that one.
Yadier
Molina, obviously, who could have won the fucking MVP last year, which is insane to say, and he is the heart and soul of that team right now with losses like Carpenter and all those kind of guys. He's the heart and soul and carries that team. So, yeah, I hope we can make it there, but it's looking like the Reds, in my opinion, are going to win the Central.
Because if you look at the rest of this division, it's really just shit. We lost the Astros, which is kind of another bottom feeder. Yeah. Cubs are kind of shaky, and the Brewers just crap. So, Pirates are young. We'll go to the NL East, talk about another young team. Good segue by myself.
Yes.
We got the Washington Nationals. I'm picking them. Team has a veteran. See, like I said in the AL, and I'll say back here, when you have a veteran manager that knows what the fuck he's doing, it's going to make or break your team. And Washington Nationals has Davey Johnson. They went out and got Herron. They went out and got Rafael Soriano. They went out and got Span.
Denard Span?
Yeah, for center. So you could put Bryce Harper in left. They lost a couple minor people. Matt Morris. Okay. But when you got Strasburg coming back with as many innings as a fucker can throw, Gio Gonzalez, Dan Herron, you got Detweiler, and then can't think of it, but
you got Clifford in the bullpen.
Clifford,
too.
yeah. So. Then you got Harper in the outfield, that little son of a gun. Just this team is very stacked, and it's going to be very interesting because this team was a lot of homegrown people.
Yeah.
Homegrown talent, and this team's just going to be, and you got Zimmerman too.
Zimmerman, who's homegrown, yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat them. I think that may kill him as a youth. You got Adam LaRoche is really a veteran guy, I guess. You got Jason Worth, and you got Herron. Kind of hard to, but those guys can lead them. You have a veteran manager, like I said, so.
Yeah, I'm going with the Nationals as well. I can't say enough about the Nationals. I really think this is a huge year for them. The pitching that is amazing, and adding in Dan Herron, which I just found out like 25 minutes ago, is fucking huge. Dan Herron, I know, has not really performed to the potential that he was over the past couple years, but I mean, adding him in there with guys like Strasburg and Gonzalez, obviously with whatever happens to Gonzalez, I think that was kind of, I don't know, in my opinion, all the guys named in that whole steroid thing made a lot of sense except for Gio Gonzalez. I really just didn't really seem fucking right to me. I don't know, and now they're saying that something might have been fucked up. I'm like, that would probably make sense. So
there's another Gio Gonzalez out there.
Exactly. So I mean, there might be. There probably is in the Spanish lineage. But yeah, and Bryce Harper, one of the young phenoms of the league, even though the thing that BAJ hated where he fucking gave us a little crotch hold thing to when he struck out in the fucking division series or wild card or whatever the fuck we won that amazing fucking game. Yeah, I'm going with him. Pitching is so huge. You got Zimmermans and the Harpers and all the guys that really make that a team. And like Quaddy said, having that veteran, managerial position there around a young team that gets them to focus on team and not individual and gets them on a steady base. You got the great closer, and yeah, I really think that they're in good shape this year.
like Jman said in the AL, that Braves outfield, that's going to be tough to beat.
Oh, my God.
But you also lost a big veteran spot in Chipper Jones.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of an overlook, but dude was kind of the heart and soul of the Braves. Then you have the Hayward, and you have the Freddie Freeman, and you have Brian McCann, who's maybe out beginning of the season. So we have Craig Kimbrell.
Kimbrell. Yeah. It's huge.
But
that is by far the most disgusting outfield I've seen in a long time. You got the Upton brothers, and then fucking why can't I think of his name?
Hayward.
Jason Hayward. That's just disgusting. I mean, that's so badass to have that outfield like that.
But we'll get probably to them later because my paper may change. But NL West, this division is a very interesting division because you have the Padres and the Rockies, bottom feeders. You have the Diamondbacks, who are an up-and-coming team. You have the Giants and Dodgers. Those two are going to be very hard to beat but I'm picking the Giants, World Series winners last year. But like me and Jman were talking beforehand, and Melky Cabrera was on that team last year, and I think they sucked his dick so hard to get to where they were at. But you also kind of had a pitching staff. You had Lincecum, Jman's favorite player, Barry Zito, Matt Cain, who threw that perfect game.
Zito.
I said Zito.
Oh.
Volgens.
Oh, yeah.
Volgenson.
God, who the fuck was that other guy? He was on my fantasy team all fucking
Jonathan
year last
Sanchez?
year. Oh, no. Fuck. Madison Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner. It was great.
But that team, then you have a whole year with Hunter Pence, Buster Posey, probably one of the overrated catchers, just because they
He used to be one of your boys, and then he just blew up.
He just blew up because all these fucking Buster Posey cocksuckers are just saying, oh, he's a great player, but it's a two-way street for a catcher. You have the offense, and then you have the defense. Because I can hit the crap out of the ball, but suck ball behind the plate. And Yachty, in my opinion, is one of the best catchers in the game, but actually, it's just about it.
Yeah.
But I'm picking the Giants. I'm not picking to repeat, but Giants win this.
Yeah, this one was probably the hardest to decide on. Obviously, you have the Giants, the defending champions, everything they got going for them, great pitching staff. I'm going with kind of an interesting one here. I'm going to go with the Dodgers. I think they kind of got overwhelmed with all the keys the ads that they had last year, getting in Gonzalez and Beckett and Haddon Crawford, even though he's hurt and all this kind of stuff. Kemp's injury, I think, injuries throughout the entire year was huge, but everything that they're starting to look like they got as a team right now is starting to really look impressive. Adding in that fucking serial killer, rapist-looking motherfucker, fucking Zach Greinke, I can't stand him, but he's a great pitcher. And then you still have everything they got there. Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers in the world, and I think could have a bounce-back year here. And I really, really, really look for a huge bounce-back year for Matt Kemp. I think everything that he went through last year kind of is going to kind of revive him and make him fucking really want to come back and have a great year, because I know it probably pissed him off to go through all those injuries and those ticky-tack bullshit kind of things that he couldn't play through, and really brought his performance down, who I think is obviously one of the best players in the league. So I really look for a great year there. Gonzalez is always going to contribute a lot. Losing Victorino, kind of not really too big there, but you still have, great pitching. Zach Greinke, Clayton Kershaw, Beckett, you got, I lost the dude that was on my fantasy team again.
Chris
Capuano, who is just solid throughout the entire year. He's not going to amaze you with anything he does, but he just has a great record, great ERA, and wins games. I think he won like a 12-game winning streak or something like that. He didn't lose for fucking ever. He was outstanding. So I think with everything finally come together, kind of like the Angels, where they're kind of just overwhelmed with everything they added in, I think the Dodgers are just going to start getting everything situated and get everything figured out, and I think they could really take advantage of this division. I think, the Diamondbacks are going to start to fall down, which sucks. I'm a Diamondbacks fan, and I loved everything they had going on there. They're starting to cut really key attributes, but they're still a young team and still building off that, and obviously the Padres and the Rockies. I love Carlos Gonzalez, but he's just in a shitty situation there. I just think it's the Giants or the Dodgers are going to be in a race the whole entire time to win that West. But I'm going to go with the Dodgers edging it out in the end. And winning.
Yeah, that should be a very interesting division. We'll go to the first wild card in the NL. I'm picking the Reds. Like Jman said about Chapman, just one of those guys that when you come up to bat against him, I'm just not going to bring a bat. Just because he can blow you away with the smoke, and then he can come come back with breaking stuff. So then you have they got Shin Chu, a 3-way deal with the Diamondbacks and Indians. Really didn't give up a whole lot. That should be a good outfield with him and Ludwig. One guy that most people kind of overlook in the minor leagues is Billy Hamilton. Stole 155 base last year, and he's going to start the year in AAA.
That's fucking crazy.
He was a shortstop a couple of years ago. They tried to move him in the outfield because they realized the motherfucker could fly. Just be interesting. Like Jman said, I'm just really not a big fan of this team. The Cueto and Phillips kind of fucking bring the team down, but they have the Rollins who may be coming back, not 100% sure.
Votto's and Jay Bruce's are really good players, too.
Yeah. Then you have the Votto and Bruce, like Jman just said. Just that team is just very interesting to see what if everyone stays healthy, how their pitching staff will hold up. Like that's pitching's major thing in all these teams. Pitching staff in the Reds is very important.
Yeah, like I said, I can't go fully against our team. I got the Cardinals in the first wild card spot. Like I said, we always make it through adversity. Every single time, we find a way to come out and make it work for us. And I think the losses that we had and trying to work it out with the younger guys, I think will work out well. And we still have one of the best lineups in the league. I mean, it goes without saying with the great stuff we got there. So. And with probably one of the best fan bases in the world playing at home, we always play great. So I think we're going to do well here, and I think we could still at least make it in make it with this wild card spot, and still an outside chance. Not really an outside chance, still a great chance to win the Central. I think it'll be a race between us and the Reds throughout. And I really, like Quaddy said, there's nothing else in that fucking division except for the Reds and Cardinals. I mean, that's all it is. So yeah, I definitely look for the Cardinals to be making playoffs and possibly winning the Central as well.
This is going to be a change-up, so I may get some of this wrong. My second wild card team's going to be the Atlanta Braves. Like we were saying earlier, that outfield's so fucking stacked. You have pitching staff that's with Tim Hudson and... Shit. I'm just drawing a blank.
I'll think of somebody. Hold on. God, who the fuck is that other guy?
Exactly, because that's...
Oh, that white dude. Fucking...
Tommy Hanson.
Yeah, that's it.
Tommy Hanson's gone.
Oh, he's gone? Where'd he go?
Somewhere else.
Shit.
I think maybe the Angels. Angels, yeah.
No shit. Did he really? Well, I'm definitely picking the Angels then. Fuck.
Just that outfield, and then you had pretty much they're just going to bank off their defense or their offense because I really can't think sitting here. I'll probably think of it after the show.
Yeah, Freddie Freeman.
You have McCann. You have Chris Johnson's another one that was in that Upton deal.
That's right. God, who was that young guy pitcher for them that just kicked ass and then he got hurt? Starts with like an M, like Matt or fucking.
Once again, I'll think of it.
Fuck, I can't.
You have Dan Ugla. You have just that team's just crazy on the offense. So I'm picking the Braves.
Yep.
Screw my other choice.
Screw his other choice. I'm going with Quaddy's NL West winner. I'm going with the Giants, defending champions. Obviously, like I said with the Cardinals, there's not a way. And like I said with the Yankees, there's just not a way they can't find a way into the playoffs. I think they will here. Like I said, pitching is going to be huge for them, and I think look for Madison Bumgarner to have a really good year. I think he really capitalized on being with a great staff here. Lindsey Combs is fucking trash. Matt Cain is outstanding. Who the fuck else am I missing? Vogelsong's great as well, Zito. And Zito. I'm actually a big fan of Barry Zito. I think he's a great ad to put in the middle of a order. Or middle of a fucking rotation. I think he's a really great ad as far as a lefty as well. So I'm going with the Giants in the other wild card.
Okay, we have the MVP. Picking a guy that really, I don't know, on a bad team. Andrew McCutchen. He's actually on the cover of the video game this year, which is very surprising But what MVP really stands for in my mind is a guy that if you take him out of the lineup, your team's not going to do as well. And last year they gave it to Buster Posey, which I kind of understand where they're coming from with that. But when you have a team like the Pirates who have a couple okay guys and a lot of question marks and a very team that's just kind of stuck, really can't do a whole lot. Then you have McCutchen, the face of that team, just fucking destroying every time he plays. So picking McCutchen to win it.
Good pick there. I'm a big fan of Andrew McCutchen as well. I think he's going to have a great year. But like I said with the NL West, I just think that Matt Kemp's going to have an outstanding year, and I think he's going to look to bounce back. He's going to stay healthy, hopefully, because that's the biggest thing. If he stays healthy, he'll be good to go because he keeps himself in such great shape, and he gets these kind of ticky-tack bullshit injuries that really bring him down. But I think having him around that lineup, you got like the Gonzalez's and all that kind of stuff, to have him around and benefit from for an entire year, and not just for a couple months or only a month. I think is going to be huge. So I look for a big bounce back year from Matt Kemp, and me personally, I hope he does, because I think he's a great kind of a spokesman for baseball, kind of like what a Mike Trout is, or like a Bryce Harper is, kind of these young guys that are really great for the sport. And I think Matt Kemp is one of those guys, and I hope he has a bounce back year, and hope he has a great year. And I hope he can maybe get to a potential of being an MVP this year. Like I said, we kind of pull shit out of our ass with a lot of this stuff, just predictions, but I think he's one of the best players in the world, so I think he's going to have a bounce back year and have a great year, enough to win the MVP.
Yeah, I agree. Matt Kemp was very key loss to the Dodgers last year. I think it also killed their momentum and their boner.
Yeah.
But my Cy Young, I think we agree on Steven Strasburg. Just this dude's a fucking monster last year, and the scary part about the Nationals and I forgot to mention this during the divisional part, is Strasburg didn't even pitch in the playoffs.
No.
And just think of that rotation if you add Steven Strasburg to the top of that. Dan Herron, Steven Strasburg, Gio Gonzalez. Good luck. And then you have fucking Detwiler in the bullpen. Yeah. There's no way you're going to hit him. And if Strasburg's able to pitch as much as he can before, so they don't, there's no restrictions this year, then you also have a veteran to help him in that rotation. Just fucking... Dan Herron's a very key aspect of that team, so I'm picking Strasburg.
Yeah, I'm going with Strasburg as well. Like Quaddy said, it's huge. It's just having him be able to almost... They realized the benefit from having him take the playoffs off, which I thought was a stupid move. I just think... I wish we'd revert back to just old school ways of what baseball players used to be. Ernie Banks playing 2 a day. What the hell is this phrase? Let's play it again, or whatever the fuck.
It's always, or play 2.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever. But just guys who didn't give it. They just want to go play baseball, and that's what Strasburg was pissed. He fucking was furious the fact that he couldn't go and help this team win the first playoff run since 1930 something. I mean, this is the first time Washington baseball team has been in the playoffs. So you're not going to have your best pitcher and one of the biggest phenoms in this fucking entire fucking MLB. I mean, you're not going to have him be able to pitch. I mean, you just pull it out from under the rug out from under him. I think is bullshit. And I think to say, well, we're protecting his arm and all this kind of shit, that's great. You want to look out for his health, but I mean, the guy wants to pitch. The guy wants to pitch. He's going to take the consequences as it comes. But I mean, he wants to be out there and help his fucking team win, and be able to make that run that the city and that the team deserves to have. So I think, even though that was bullshit, having that break is going to obviously help him out this year, and not being wear and tear throughout the playoffs, be able to start fresh and do everything here. I don't think they'll make that mistake again this year. I think they'll go along with him and let him just fucking blow up and become what he is going to become, which is one of the best pitchers in the world. So I'm going with Strasburg as well.
Yeah, I understand where they're coming from with protecting his arm, because that dude's going to be pitching for him. Jordan Zimmerman, another pitcher for him.
Yep.
That dude's going to be pitching for him forever. But do you want to do a World Series prediction?
Go for it.
You feeling it?
Go for it. Pulling shit out of our ass. We'll go for it.
Angels, Cardinals.
God, that would be a storyline right there, wouldn't it? God. Yeah, this one's kind of hard. I'm going to go... I really like the Blue Jays in the fucking East, but I'm going to go with the Angels. Just too much fucking there. And then... Oh, God. I've been tossing back and forth. I'm going to go with the Nationals in the NL. I really think they could come back from the Cardinals embarrassing the shit out of them, which is fucking awesome in the playoffs last year. But I think they can come back, and like I said, I think, and like Quaddy said, Darren Herron added to that fucking rotation is huge. Fucking huge. And Bryce Harper still gaining off of everything he won, Rookie of the Year last year, gaining off all that. I think I look for them to have an outstanding year, and I'm going to go with an Angels-Nationals World Series.
Well, I think that wraps it up. If you're still watching, God bless you. I'm Quaddy. That's Jman. Check out, I guess, what's our next thing we'll be doing?
Probably be the lockdown preview coming this weekend.
Yeah, probably that. That'll be coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
I guess check out our fan page.
I don't even want to say anything.
I don't want to say
I don't even want to say anything about it.
She was the one messaging me, and we may cut that out. I hope we do. I guess. Peace out, guys. I'll fucking find you. I'll fire on all of your